Let's understand who we're discussing. Stephen A. Smith, ESPN's cash cow, and former NBA player turned professor John Amaechi on Dan Le Batard's program. Amaechi had this to say when reacting to first this video.
At eGirlsXO, Stephen A., which city in the U.S. has the best looking women? And why is it Miami? Well, first of all, you answered the question. It's Miami. Miami is special. It's special. And I'm not just talking about the city of Miami. I'm talking about the outskirts. I'm talking about going towards Coral Gables. I'm talking about South Beach. I'm talking about, near Fort Lauderdale. I'm talking about Coral Gables, like I said before. Little Cuba, Miracle Mile, all of those spots. You know it's bad in Miami when one of the finest women you ever saw in your life is at a gas station pumping gas in Miami. That's when you know this place is different. Like different. I'm talking about the kind of beauty that stops traffic. Cats getting in car crashes because they screeching on their brakes, causing 3-car accidents and stuff like that. And then the accidents happen, and then people are like, what the hell is wrong with you? And they all look over at the gas station and go like this, oh, I understand. Miami's like that. It really is like that. That's why I don't hang out in Miami. That's why I don't hang out in Miami.
So that was Stephen A.'s video in full that he posted on Twitter. Here was Amaechi's response.
Miami's like that.
Okay, super creepy. Incredibly creepy. That is incredibly... I mean, talk about giving child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang vibes right there.
I get the reference. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I know what he's talking... I know what... Sure. I'm sure you cut him like a knife, talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
The way he moved his fingers when he was talking at the beginning, as if he's just about finished licking them after eating chicken, that is gross. If I wasn't already gay, I'd be gay after watching that.
Incredible. Now, before we get into it, I have a new channel that's coming out. If you can, please go subscribe to it. I'm going to be doing an interview-based show where I talk to people that are really, really interesting to me. Could be in sports, could be in music, could be an author, a journalist, an activist. It could be a teacher. It could be a sports doctor. I'm going to go all across the board, baby. So please go subscribe. Now, of note, Amaechi publicly came out as gay in 2007. He was the first NBA player to do so at the time. Amaechi, before we get into it actually, would also say this of a certain someone.
On another front, can I just say that I hate Elon Musk? There are very few people in this world that I devote the energy to hate, and I devote energy to hate. He's a cuckoo, and I don't understand why people don't recognize this. He's a cuckoo. He doesn't found anything or invent anything. I'm not suggesting he's not clever, but he doesn't found anything. He's just a cuckoo. He arrives in a nest and pushes out the founders and then opens his gob wide and forces the government to feed him subsidies, and then flits off to another nest and pushes out another couple of founders and gorges on the public purse. Ugh. Do an AI image of that, why don't you?
That being, of course, Elon Musk. Then he was, it seems, wanting to weigh in even further, so he did.
I don't like bullies, and I don't like hypocrites. And he embodies both of those things. I don't like grifters, people who would sell snake oil to people who don't need it. I don't like people who, on the one hand, talk about themselves as being self-made, and on the other hand, never make anything. He's a cuckoo. And I keep saying this because it's important that we recognize he's a cuckoo. He implants himself in another person's organization and then finds a way to make him the owner of that organization, and then finds a way legally to be called the founder of that organization. He's not the founder of Tesla. The two gentlemen who founded Tesla are the founders of Tesla. He simply had a legal agreement with them when they left. He would be able to call themselves founder. That's it. So he's contrived this position, and he doesn't do anything unless he knows he's going to get something back for it. And now he's talking about involving himself in British politics by supporting the far right in Britain. And so I take offense at that. If he wants to screw up America, I'm not here for that either. I don't think that people will benefit from his presence in politics. But I certainly don't want him involved in British politics. And so I've been telling people, I think he is a capricious, cruel, deviant man who wants without need and is insatiable. He'll never have enough.
Hard to disagree. Elon Musk is that person. He is the kind of guy that is somehow being talked about for Speaker of the House. Like, what are we doing here? I know democracy had a good run, but we are allowing the billionaire class to continue to capture and install people that will protect their lack of taxes. I was going to say taxes, but lack thereof. And continue to enriching them by stealing from us. And I truly believe that when the right figures this out, I will welcome them with open arms. I think the recent events with the United Healthcare CEO has made some righties think a little differently. Are they ready for serious change to happen where we put in place certain people that we have to think until they get to office, maybe they change their mind, but that they will not steal from us and that they will not try to benefit the Trumps, the Ulines, the Musks? I don't know. But I am waiting for that day. Because what Professor Amaechi said is hitting the nail on the head there. Now, for the Stephen A. stuff, I have gone on the record saying that there are some serious red flags with this guy, okay? I love how one of the tweeters underneath his own video said something happened in Coral Gables. It probably did, quite honestly. It probably did. But what we have is a repeated history from Stephen A. where he has made some really questionable comments about women in the past. And this wasn't even the worst. Amaechi says it was creepy. If I am being truly honest, I think the most beautiful women that I've ever seen was when I was in New York and LA. I don't know what he's talking about with Miami. I really don't. But I do tend to concur his approach was off-putting, let's say. But that is his shtick. That's the way he does things. That's the way he's going to continue to do things. So I suppose it is what it is. It's fun. We have fun at his expense. He sets himself up for it by doing all these things that are what I would call theatrical and acting in his segments. The raising of the voice, the lowering of the voice, the hand movements, the smirks, the weed, crack, when he's talking about Lamar Odom, the sipping of the Starbucks straw, which, by the way, BDS, bro, come on. It's all an act. But he's also said that he wants to be more of an actor outside of ESPN. So it's fairly obvious. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.